Good morning, 7th grade. I wish that I could be seeing you in class right now. It is Tuesday morning, and right about now you would be in ELA East, so I hope that you are checking in on some of that ELA East homework for the week. Right now we're going to go ahead and go for the directions to choosing the right word. We're going to use YouTube a lot this week to get those answers to each section and to get the directions for the next section each day. So today we're going to start with choosing the right word. There are no answers to go over from yesterday because we simply did the introduction and Quizlet Learn. So hopefully you've gotten pretty familiar with some of these words. Maybe you have an idea of which ones are going to be the toughest. And we're going to go ahead and jump into choosing the right word on page 131. The modern TV sitcom developed from the type of broad blank that slapstick comedians served up in the 1920s and 30s. Now, I didn't go over the definitions with Learn or fill in the blanks, so I'm still a little bit behind. I don't quite know what these words mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these two, surplus and farce. Surplus, noun. Okay, so that could definitely fit in there. A noun could fit. Amount beyond what is required, excess. That just doesn't really make sense to me, so I'm going to go ahead and check farce now. Farce. Word number 7. It's also a noun, okay, so it could still fit. A play filled with ridiculous or absurd happenings, broad or far-fetched humor, a ridiculous sham. Well, I know that they're talking about sitcoms and slapstick comedians, so even though I don't quite know about the context here, I know that farce is about comedy, sitcoms are comedies, slapstick comedians, all has to do with performative humor. And so I think that a good guess would definitely be farce. And I can also tell you that that is the right answer, knowing as I do what the word means already. So if you've got farce, great job, keep it up. Since I was led to believe that we should approve my proposal, I was very much taken aback when it was blank out of hand. All right, so our speaker thought that their proposal was going to be approved, and they were surprised. So I think that must mean that their proposal was rejected or maybe rescinded for one of those older words. Let's go ahead and check what those words mean. So we've got lavished is the first one. Overly generous, extravagant, abundant, spend or give freely without limit. I have to say, based on what I guessed from the context, how I would have filled in that blank without worrying about the vocabulary words, I don't think that's right. Let's take a look at veto, the power to forbid or prevent, to prohibit or reject. Reject was even one of the words on my mind when I was looking at that blank, so it must be vetoed. We'll do one more to practice, and then you guys are going to finish all of the rest on your own for today. Beneath the blank body of the getaway car, there was a powerful, finely tuned motor capable of reaching high speeds. Okay. So if it's a getaway car, then it's probably being actively used. So we know it must be all put together still. I know that dismantled, just based on my prior knowledge, I know that means taken apart. I don't know 100% about dilapidated, but knowing that dismantled means taken apart in pieces, not all together. I don't know why they would be using this word in this context, because it's a getaway car, we're talking about reaching high speeds. If the car's dismantled, we don't care about its high speeds. It's in pieces, it's not going to be going anywhere. Just to be sure, let's go ahead and take a look at what dilapidated means so that we can get that final refresh and really be certain in our answer. Dilapidated, falling apart or ruined, run down. So beneath the run-down body of the getaway car, there was a powerful, finely tuned motor capable of reaching high speeds. I think that that must be it, because we don't think that a dilapidated car is going to be able to go very fast. But the structure of this sentence is telling us that we're going to see a reversal of our expectations. So beneath the dilapidated body, we have certain expectations that we're going to think based on that beginning. And then we know that it's going to be a little bit reversed by the way the sentence is structured. There was a powerful, finely tuned motor capable of reaching high speeds. So based on that reversal, we can go back and know that it must have been run down, definitely was not taken apart and dismantled. So in those 3 sections, we practiced 3 different strategies for how you can decide which word is going to be the right one. In number 1, we just looked at the definitions and decided which one was going to be right. I guessed it was probably going to be a noun based on how the sentence was structured. And then I looked at both of the nouns, even though I wasn't 100% sure, I couldn't have put in a word beforehand. Knowing both of those definitions, I could confidently say with context that it was farce. For number 2, I could take a pretty good guess about what kind of word was going to go there. I knew it was going to be something that meant rejected or turned down because of the way the speaker started the sentence. And so when we went back and looked at those definitions, I could find one that matched my expectations and then select that. For number 3, I already knew what one of those words meant. I knew what dismantled was, and I could pretty easily cross that one off. It didn't make sense in the sentence. I double-checked with dilapidated and used the sentence structure for context and was able to confidently make my selection. As you go through, for some of these, you're already going to know what the words mean. You probably already know what the word parasite means. You probably already know what the word clutter means or what the word dismantle means. We just went through that one. So you can use that prior knowledge to help you, but make sure you're going back, checking the definitions, checking the parts of speech. Make sure that what you're saying you could replace with a synonym and it would still make sense in the sentence. Your assignment for today is to finish choosing the right words, so numbers 4 through 25. As you know, there are 25 questions, only 20 words. Some words will be used more than once. Some words you won't encounter at all. So keep that in mind just as you're going through. Even if you've already made chosen that word, it might come up again. Go ahead and finish that up. We'll go over all of the answers tomorrow and get ready to start synonyms and antonyms. Have a great rest of your day. I miss you guys a lot.